Welcome, welcome. It's the Jill on Money Show. It is Saturday, December 21st, and we are here answering your financial questions. If you've got one, just go to the website, jillonmoney.com, and click the Contact Us button. We'll get your note. If you'd like to join us live, don't forget, check that box. Mark will do everything else. While you're on the website, don't forget to sign up for the free weekly newsletter. It comes out every single Friday. Right now, let's talk to Michael, who's on the line from Delaware. What brings you to us? Tell us what's going on.
Well, I started listening to you guys a couple of months ago, and I hear everyone talking about retirement. And, I'm 57 and I want to retire by 60.
So you have been working for a long time, I presume. And so are you unhappy at work, or where are you in you're sort of the emotional part of this?
Well, my company was bought about 7 years ago, and it's very corporate. So not thrilled, but I love what I do. So,
okay. So it's not horrible.
It's not horrible, but it's not great.
It's not what it was. You really did love it.
Yes.
Okay. So tell us about a little bit about yourself. So you said you're 57. Are you married, partnered, single? What's your situation?
I'm married. My wife is 56, and she's fortunate to retire. She retired 10 years ago, actually.
How come? What was she doing?
She worked for the post office.
Oh, that sounds like a pension. Does she receive a pension?
Yep. She has not the full pension, but it was a small pension. So we made the decision. Well, she made the decision. She wasn't really happy. And I said, if you're not happy, then let's try it and see what, if you need to go find another job, then, you'll do it.
All right. What's her pension?
$900 a month.
And is that just based on her life, or is it, if she were to die, would you get part of it?
Yes, we set it up that way.
Okay. Got it. All right. So that's $900 a month from her. How much do you earn?
About $190.
Do you put money into a retirement plan currently?
Yes.
How much?
About 15%.
All right. So you're maxing out. You make your catch-up contribution also, right?
Yep.
Okay. Is it a traditional that you're contributing to, or a Roth?
It is traditional.
How much is in there right now?
About $780.
Did your wife also have a retirement plan from, a supplemental what would it be? TSP?
$600.
Oh, and that's still in the TSP?
Yes.
Okay. Besides your traditional and her TSP, any other retirement assets, any Roths or old IRAs?
Yes, we have the Roth IRA.
Okay. How much in the Roth IRAs?
It is about, between us both, I believe it's about $320.
Great. That's a lot of money that got shoved in there.
Yeah, we started very early.
That's great. Okay. Traditional, TSP, Roth. What other assets are out there and around in your life?
We have a brokerage account for about $130.
Are you managing that yourselves?
Yes.
Okay. And where is that held?
It is at Wells Fargo.
And you're managing it yourself. That's an interesting place to have it. Is that because you bank at Wells Fargo?
Yes.
Okay. Got it. Brokerage account. How about money in the bank?
We have actually about $670,000.
Planning on doing something with that pile of cash?
Yes. Well, we sold our house in New Jersey, and we had some cash there.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to do something, and not sure yet what. I do have a financial advisor help me, with the Roth IRAs and stuff.
Okay.
So I just, on the brokerage side, I kind of play myself in the market.
Okay. I gotcha. Where is the financial advisor? At what company?
Wells Fargo as well.
And is this person a certified financial planner, or is this person a broker who gets paid on commission? How do they get paid?
They are a planner.
Okay. You bought a home in Delaware, or are you renting?
We bought a home in Delaware. We bought it outright.
How much is that worth?
$400.
So you got all this money in cash. You got the brokerage account. How much do you think, relatively speaking, I know it's hard to get you exact. How much do you think you need to live on?
Yeah. So we just, started living in Delaware. So it's hard to figure out our monthly expenses yet, but I'm estimating that it went down because living here. So about 4,000 a month, maybe, but maybe when we do retire, maybe a little more because
So let's use 5,000 just for the heck of it, right? So right now, with this lower cost of living, with no mortgage, with cash in the bank, your cash flow must be pretty good. Are you doing backdoor Roths? Is that how you have all that Roth money?
yes.
Okay. What else are you doing with the extra money? Is it all going into the brokerage account? Is that how it's accumulating?
No, it's going in. Well, we've been doing some stuff around the house. So
Okay.
lately we've been spending money that way. But normally, yes, it would either go in a brokerage account or into the savings account.
Okay. Are there any kids or any parents, like anyone relying on you guys right now in terms of financially?
We have two adult children that aren't supposed to be relying on us. So, no, not really.
I love no, not really. Mark, how much money? Well, play a game. Mark, what do you think no, not really means in terms of quantifying it? I'm going to give you my guess. My guess is that 10 grand a year goes to these two adult kids. Mark, what do you think?
That was exactly my guess too.
Yeah. So how much is it? Tell us the truth. Come on. There's some truth serum right now. Let's go.
Yeah, a little over 10.
Yeah, a little over 10, like 20 or a little over 20?
No, we did a one-time help for about 15. So
Okay. All right. So, all right. You one time ish. Are the two adult children, are they married? Do they have children?
yes, yeah.
Okay. All right. What about anything else you need to do for the new house? Any money that you think you might need to spend before we really attack, like, what are we doing with all this cash?
Right, probably about 50 we're going to do in the new house.
Okay, so I can say that out of the 670 in emergency reserve, I'm going to just say you said 50. Let's say 70 is for house stuff. And then what do you think is the amount of money you like to have in that emergency reserve that just makes you feel okay?
Anywhere between 30 and 40.
If you were to retire at age 60, what would happen let's start with what happens between age 60 and 67 when you can claim Social Security? You just going to try to spend some of your money down? Is that what you think?
Either that or work part-time.
Do you really want to work part-time? Because I'll factor that in, but I just don't want to do it. I want to first see like what you really, really want to do.
I don't know.
Okay. I mean, I'm going to grant. Let's look at it this way. Let's pretend you don't work. Let's see if it works without you doing part-time work. So we need 60 grand a year out of that emergency reserve fund. I'm just going to look at this right now. So we've got 3 more years of you saving. So let me just do a quick back of the envelope so we can do this all together. Here's what I'm doing, gang. I'm saying, okay, he's got 780 in your retirement account, and that amount will be increasing because you're going to have 3 more years or 2 more years. What's the birthday line? Do I have 2 years of saving or 3 years of saving?
2.5.
How much money do you really, truly just be like, what do you think you're going to be able to save going forward? Like, how much more money should I assume goes into that brokerage or emergency reserve fund?
I would say at least 4,000 a month.
All right. So 50 grand. So 2 more years. So another 100. So Mark, how are you feeling about this so far?
Based on their level of expenses, I'm feeling very good.
I'm feeling pretty good too, which is remarkable because when I hear 57, I'm like, no way. But now I'm putting my pen to paper. So here's what we have to do. We have to figure that at age 60, from 60 to 67, we need to spend down 60 or 70 grand a year, right? So we have 7 years where we're spending that down. So you will have probably saved somewhere like 800 and something $1,000 in of your, sort of savings investment account. Let's call it non-retirement account. Let's presume half of that gets spent so that at age 67, you end up with about 400 grand that's invested / in emergency reserves. Tell me what happens at age 67. What is your Social Security benefit?
I believe it's like 3,200.
And your wife's, she'll have her own or not? I don't remember in the Postal Service. Do you give up Social Security?
No. She actually, and it's something weird. So from when she's supposed to retire, which is at 57 and 9 months, there's some kind of step.
Oh, yes. And then when she goes on Social Security, it comes down.
Right.
Okay.
So
what's that? What's the step?
I'm not sure what it is.
Do we know what her Social Security benefit is about?
like 1,800 maybe.
That sounds right. That sounds good. Okay. So here's what we got. At age 67, you will have your Social Security of $3,200 a month. We'll have her pension, and she'll have her Social Security of $1,800 a month, which basically gives you $6,000 a month. So it almost will meet your needs, not 100%. So the only thing that holds you back on your retirement plan is that you have to be willing to spend down probably about half of the money you have in non-retirement savings. That's really what it is. And you can make it. So here's the deal. You really don't have to work. You may want to work, but I don't think you're going to have to work. But I do think that what you have to really be considerate of is that I don't think you have to have all of your money in cash, but that emergency reserve fund and that brokerage account have to be treated as a much more conservative approach than you would for your retirement assets, because you are going to spend about half of it down. Okay. And if you're willing to do that, that's fine. Some people freak out about this piece of advice. Okay. And if you're the kind of person who's been a very good saver your whole life, pulling money out is hard. It really is. It's a very strange feeling. If that's the case, the way that you can mitigate that feeling is that you could work part-time if you want to. You don't have to, though. I think you're really fine. Something really wild happened is that you downsized before you really needed to. And that's what is the big difference, I think. What was your old house worth?
Almost 700.
Yeah, that's big. So this is a good move on your part. I think you're good. Do you guys have life insurance?
Yes, we have about $1 million each.
Okay. And what about wills and trusts or healthcare proxies, anything like that?
Yes, we have it all.
All right. Well, listen, we wish you the best of luck and get excited about retirement. It's only 2.5 years away. It's pretty amazing. If you've got a financial question or a real life question that impacts your finances, get in touch with us. Just go to JillOnMoney.com and click the Contact Us button. You can subscribe to us on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. Please leave us a rating and review wherever you listen. And of course, try to do something nice for someone else today. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.